Good evening. It's Wednesday, August 26th, and I typically record these in the mornings, but it is 5:30 in the evening, so that tells you what kind of day it has been. Chaotic, but in the best possible way. All right, so here's a real unfiltered look at my day and day in my life, which is kind of funny because today has been anything but a typical day. Maybe it's busier than you imagine. Maybe it's calmer, but this is the honest flow of my day from start to finish. No aesthetic edits. No, that's not realistic moments, just life as it is. So 5 a.m. So I would say between 4:30 and 5, the dogs wake us up. The day starts early, and by early, I mean dog early. 5 o'clock. The dogs let me know it's time to get up. Here lately, they've been waking up at 3:30 and then again at 5:30. We let them out. They get breakfast going for them. It's not glamorous, but it is pretty consistent. And honestly, it sets the tone for responsibility before the sun even rises. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I have no energy to deal with them this early in the morning. I am exhausted and don't really like them, but I do love them, and this is their routine. And they know better than a rooster when 5 o'clock hits. The funny part is Duncan and Mocha will go out and do their business before breakfast, but Latte will wait at the door. The girl loves her food and will go out after her breakfast. Also, her energy is so high this time. She's so excited around, just jumping around, so excited to eat. She's so funny. So around 5:30, we're either meditating or we're going back to bed. Once the dogs are settled, I crawl back into bed, but not before a quick meditation if I can get it in. I try to squeeze in 5 minutes of deep breathing, clearing my mind and setting my intention for the day. It's short but grounding. And I also try to set intentions depending on what I have going on that day. For example, if I'm not feeling great due to back pain or some other ailment, I try to set intentions around healing, rest, and an overall easy day. If I know I'm going to be busy with meetings, deadlines, or other requirements, I try to set intentions for grounding, productivity, and ease. Most of the time, I'm setting positive intentions for every aspect of the day so that I can move through the day positively. Does it always occur? No, but I try. So we're talking 7 to 7:30 morning routine. It's time to get up for real. I take my medication, brush my teeth, wash my face, do my skincare routine, and get dressed. Then I head downstairs for my devotional positive affirmation, which I always send to my friend, gratitude journaling, usually posting my blog and recording my vlog. And one thing I really want to say here is not only do I share my positive affirmation with my friend Nancy each day, we talk about it, we discuss our plans for the day, and we wish each other well for the day. It is a great positive way to start the day, in my opinion. Also, I should mention my schedule is pretty much the same for the first part of the day, even on weekends. But this is more about my weekday life. And I forgot, I make my kids lunch for school. Yes, he is old enough to do it, but I still do it. All right, we're talking 7:40 a.m. business. I check emails and texts for my business, schedule items, send things to attorneys, and take my vitamins. The dogs go out again, and I lay something out for dinner. If you are new here or if you don't recall, I own a transaction coordination business where I assist real estate agents with their transactions. This includes things such as scheduling home inspections, ensuring compliance with legal documents, ensuring that attorneys, lenders, and other parties are aware of documents that have been signed, submitting documents to their brokerage on the agent's behalf, and other odds and ends. This is a home-based business, so I do not have to go into the field, which I'm thankful for. Now, 8 o'clock, my full-time job begins. My full-time job starts at 8 o'clock a.m., 7 o'clock their time. I prioritize tasks, respond to emails, and settle into work mode. I work remotely for my full-time job as well, and I'm so beyond blessed and thankful for this position. Now, in this role, I work in the legal field and assist in writing grants and contracts. I also work on regulatory reports, compliance issues, and a handful of other things that would be a whole series of things Amber does at her job. Please don't take that as a complaint. I love being able to assist my coworkers with their needs. Since I am in the office of general counsel, my customer is internal people, so they are important to me. I have also been learning new tasks, which I love doing because, let's face it, the more you know, the more you grow. I've taken on public records requests and I'm learning about rulemaking hearings. And honestly, this one might take a little while because we don't do them as frequently as the other tasks that I've mentioned before. So 8:45 a.m., we're going to school. We're dropping a kid off. I take the youngest to school. He needs to be there by 9:15. I keep my work phone with me and answer messages at stoplights, never driving. I am also thankful that I can take the 15 to 30-minute morning break to take my son to school. I always have my work phone on me, so I'm aware of what all is occurring. This flexibility has allowed me so much grace, and I do not take it for granted. As you will see, I rarely take a lunch break and hardly ever take 2-minute breaks because I do take my youngest to school and pick him up. I almost wrote take my children to school and almost said that, but the oldest graduated, so that's weird. 9:15 to 1 p.m. This is my work block. Back home, dogs out again, and then I work until around 1 p.m. Like constant. There is no breaks. This is usually my most productive stretch of the day. Once 1 o'clock rolls around, my head is a mess. I am a morning person and I get most of my tasks accomplished during that morning hours. After lunch, I'm usually responding to emails, tying up loose ends, and occasionally starting a new project. But I realize that my brain is best in the morning, so I prioritize my task in accordance. So 1 p.m. lunch. If I take a lunch break, this is when it happens. I let the dogs out again, I make my lunch, then return to my desk to work or handle business tasks. If I don't take a lunch, like go and fix something, I do have a little snack. Here lately, I will tell you my favorite thing to eat is chickpea and cucumber salad with a lemon dressing. It's delicious and not a typical salad with lettuce. It's literally chickpeas, cucumbers, feta cheese, olive oil, salt, and lemon juice. So good. Salt and pepper too. So we are working during this time frame. I should add that while I work, I'm listening to audible affirmations, subliminals, 90 Day Fiance, or a podcast. I'm a mixed bag of auditory mixes. Excuse me. 3:45 p.m. school pickup. It's time to pick up the youngest from school. He gets out at 4 p.m. During this time, he gets upset with me because I always ask him the same questions. How was your day? Do you have homework? Like he's in the 11th grade, and the homework question is usually when he gets upset with me. I do like hearing about his day, and we either listen to podcasts or jam to the 90s rock on the way home. He loves Nirvana, by the way. So 4:15 to 4:30 p.m., we're talking dogs, dinner prep, and work. Back home, dogs get fed again and let out. Again, I finish my work day until 5 p.m. Now, sometimes I start dinner around this time too and bring my work computer into the kitchen with me. There are days when things need to get done, and if a crock pot meal didn't happen in the morning, then I need to get dinner ready because depending on the day, my husband and I are headed to the gym and not long from now, and I like to have dinner ready for the kids because they are usually starving. 5 p.m. dinner and gym. Just depends on what's going on. And then I'm trying to think. I'm going to skip through a lot of the things that I wrote. From 6 to 8, we're usually dinner and kitchen cleanup. This varies a lot during the day. Again, if we're going to the gym, we'll say I'm very thankful my husband cleans up the kitchen. Okay, 8 to 9:30, we're winding down. Shower, skincare, getting ready for bed, and reading. I love ending the day with a book. 9:30 to 10, we're TikTok scroll. And let's be honest, this is the TikTok window. We're doing all the things, we're liking all the things, we're doing all the things. And then from 10 to 11, I'm usually going to sleep. Finally, I sleep. Some days I crash instantly. Other days I stay up a bit longer. Just varies. Just like life. Some days are longer, some are shorter. My business runs in the background thanks to automation, so not everything is reflected here, but this is a typical day in my life. Honest, imperfect, and full. I didn't mention that I filter calls and texts throughout the day too. This leads me to believe I am probably leaving out a lot of stuff, but you all get the gist. Now today's positive affirmation is I am enough just the way I am. I hope you all have a great day. I'm sorry I'm talking so fast, but this is getting long. Talk to you soon.